high-profile right now matchup on tour. New partnership, Stefanos Tstisipas hiring former Wimbledon champ Goran Ivanisevic to be his coach. Steph went to Croatia for a few days after Roland Garros to practice. Goran said, "There is a lot to work with, but I can't say it will happen this week." Well, let's see. Down to 26 in the rankings. Tsitsipas unseeded at an event for the first time since 2018, Andy, facing Luciano Darderi in Halle.
Yeah, and listen, Steph needs a jolt of energy, right? A reason to focus. And obviously, when you have someone who has won Wimbledon in your corner, you'd be well served to listen. And you can see Steph just playing with maybe a little bit of a different intensity, maybe more intentional, maybe less glances and kind of questioning looks. But he looked super solid today. You know, it looked like he was leaning into the backhand a little bit more. Darderi exposing him right there a little bit to take the second set. And listen, this is where Steph has struggled a little bit, is these big points. Same deal today, except this you can't really control. It doesn't matter who your coach is if the body is not working. All in all, I like what I saw from Steph today, mixing it up, coming in a little bit on the serve. But right there, regardless of how this would go from this point forward, it ends up winning the match, but looks composed, doesn't look stressed. This is a great move, a move that he had to make with Goran. I think this is going to be a great partnership.
Goran said Greeks and Croatians have pretty similar temperaments, and there's no reason why Tsitsipas shouldn't be successful on the grass. What are your thoughts on this pairing?
I agree that there's no reason that Stefanos shouldn't be, but it's the hows and the whys that what Stefanos has struggled. And we've talked about it, that the partnership of his dad and being a part of his team has kind of run its course. And it's not to say that his dad didn't do a good enough job to get him there, but it's now time to hear somebody that not only has done it himself, but has brought somebody like Novak Djokovic to the peaks of a peak that we didn't think he could reach. So I think Goran has that same kind of game that Stefanos did, has the power game, the big serve, how to follow that up, and also how to hide that backhand long enough. And I think the grass courts could be a special place for Steph.
Goran also said grass courts is very mental, Andy. He said if you get upset on grass, the grass gives it back to you. You have to be nice to the grass. As somebody who played so well on this surface, what do you make of that?
You have to be ready when the opportunity comes. It could just be about sticking a couple of returns here and there. Something I would like to see Steph do is use that chip a little bit more. For someone who's has that kind of flashy one-hander and is capable, even just the simple chips that are kind of like that inside out up the line to bring traffic back to his forehand, those little things on grass will matter. I don't see him just taking it early on the backhand consistently. I'd like to see him switch it up a little bit. But listen, any trick that any advice that we have, Goran already knows. So he's getting the right advice now.
Had 11.